Welcome back. This is problem 3, another series of problems that you'll see in the test. In this case, we're finding the slope between 2 points, which this problem's not so bad, but there's a few things I want to point out. So that's the purpose of this tutorial. So first of all, to find slope, we need to know the definition of slope. And slope is the change in y over change in x. So there was a little symbol, the triangle here. That's the delta symbol, means change in. So change in y over change in x. And to find the change in y, you subtract the y coordinates. But you have to be consistent about the direction you subtract in. If you want to do 8 minus 5, that's fine, no problem there. Let's do 8 minus 5. That'll be the change from this y coordinate to that one. But then when you go to do the x's, you have to subtract in the same order. So in this case, we have to do 6 minus 3. So 6 minus 3. So in both cases, we did right, subtract left. That's fine. So 8 minus 5 is 3 for our numerator. 6 minus 3 is also 3 for our denominator. And 3 over 3 reduces to 1. So the slope here is positive 1. Now let's look to see what happens if we go back and instead of subtracting from right side to left side, what if we subtracted the other direction? Because it may make a difference. And at first, it would seem like it should. So let's do 5 minus 8 this time. So our change in y is 5 minus 8, subtracting the other direction. And our change in x is 3 minus 6. So we get 5 minus 8 is negative 3 for the numerator. 3 minus 6 is negative 3 for the denominator. And 2 negatives divide to be a positive, so I'll change that. And so we still get positive 1. So really, it doesn't matter which direction you subtract when you do the change in y and change in x. All that matters is that you do the x's and y's the same subtraction direction. That's what matters. You get the same slope either way. So let's move on to another problem that's more complex, and there's one like this in the test, so you will see this in the test. It'll have negatives all over the place. The thing to remember this time is just use parentheses and you'll be safe. So we find the change in y and change in x this time. So slope equals change in y over change in x. And it doesn't really matter which direction we subtract in, like I said before. So let's just go from this side minus this side. So for the change in y, we have a y coordinate of negative 12, but then we have to subtract negative 6. So use parentheses, subtract a value of negative 6 from that, and parentheses are the key here. Then for the x coordinates, we're doing 10 minus negative 4, so negative 10 minus parentheses negative 4. So make sure you're using parentheses. Next, let's simplify these double negatives. We have negative and times negative is positive, so that changes to positive. Same here, a negative times negative is positive. So we've got negative 12 plus 6 is negative 6 over negative 10 plus 4 is also negative 6. And so this slope also happens to be 1. Done. That's it. If you want to practice more problems, go online, just search for slope, and I'm sure you'll find many, many problems. Great, thanks for watching.